I tripped. No crack, no bump, just air.
He purposefully leaned away and let you fall.
Now, I'd walked my buddy's driveway a million times with no issues, so for some reason, this felt personal. And when I asked him about his sunken slab, he said,
"Yeah, I've been meaning to get that fixed."
that's the same thing he said last year. Now, concrete problems don't show up all at once, but when you finally realize that they're there, you're left wondering, is this bad or just concrete being concrete? Let's talk through 6 common concrete issues and what actually needs fixing. Pete, I hope you're watching. Cracks are everywhere, and most people slap on some mortar or grout and they call it fixed. But most of that patchwork doesn't last because it dries hard and concrete moves and the patch pulls away, cracks again, and flakes off. So the better move here is concrete-specific caulk. It stays flexible, it can seal out moisture, and it can blend in with the proper finish. This is especially helpful for driveway and sidewalk cracks that are still shallow and not spreading. Somewhere inside, like your garage, you can use epoxy or polyurea to fill and reinforce that crack. Less moisture means those materials can hold better inside. Now, if we step back outside, a missing corner on a step slab can be rebuilt with a patch kit. But in high traffic spots, however, that patch can turn into a break risk. Someone could step on it wrong and it could pop right off. And in that case, replacement is usually the smarter, safer call. So the question isn't, is it broken? It's, will this get worse or more dangerous? Pete? If you've got oil stains or some other marks in your concrete, pressure washing does most of the work with just water. For some tougher spots, you can add TSP or dish soap paste. Now, it won't be perfect, but it does knock out most of the mess. Before you go full on Bill Nye the Science Guy, make sure you check the label for safety directions. Now, that flaking, peeling concrete you've seen, that's called spalling, usually the result of freeze-thaw cycles or even salt. Resurfacing your slabs can improve the look, but it rarely completely bonds with the cured concrete beneath it. So a better long-term play is just cleaning it up and sealing it well, especially before winter hits again. If water is pooling because of a sunken slab, leveling can be a great option that can both fix the slope and redirect that water. But if those puddles exist because the concrete was poured wrong to begin with, there's not really much you can do without replacing the concrete entirely. Skim coats can help temporarily, but they often crack and wear down fast. Grinding your concrete can knock down those higher spots and those trip hazards, but they also open up the concrete surface, inviting more damage. So make sure if you do grind your concrete that you use it sparingly and only when it solves a very specific issue. Remember, temporary fixes are fine as long as you know that they're temporary. But if you want it to hold up, you have to work with the concrete, not just on top of it. Uneven slabs are usually caused by shifting or settling soil underneath. That's why the surface cracks, tilts, or sinks. It doesn't matter if the concrete's new or decades old, soil is still gonna shift. Again, leveling lifts the slab and fills that empty space, which can solve the root issue. And if it's done right, it lasts. As I said before, grinding or adding extra concrete on top might hide the issue, but it doesn't actually fix what caused it. It just shifts the problem around until later. So whether it's a stain that bugs you or a trip hazard that you've ignored too long, there are definitely more options than just replacement, though replacement may still be the best option for you. If you want a second opinion on any of this, A1 is happy to take a look with their free on-site estimates. And if you want more answers to your questions raised by your best friend's concrete choices, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you around. Thanks for watching. Pete.